Hello, welcome to the morning show with me, Martin King.
And with me, Sybil Mulcahy. Coming up today, drink driving permits for rural dwellers, dangerous stunt or solution to rural isolation. One mother whose son was killed by a drink driver speaks out.
I felt that it was an extremely negative and a very, very sad proposal, considering it came from a councillor and a publican.
We'll be chatting to her very shortly.
Also, is it handbags at dawn amongst the California girls?
Like, he puts his arm around me, like, and that's an issue, like, as if I'm into Dave. No offence or anything, but, like, I have no interest in Dave. Dave puts his arm around me and says, we'll get you a boyfriend tonight, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Like,
I'm clearly not worried about him and Natalie going off and eloping somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
We'll be chatting to Nikita, Natalie and Kelly about their relationship on and off screen.
Plus, from walking with poise to learning proper table manners, I pay a visit to a finishing school.
Solids on your left and the liquids on your right. So coffee, champagne, red wine, white wine and water will be on your right, okay? Another tip, always pass salt and pepper as a set.
And Tom, get cracking, okay? When you think of finishing school, you probably envision books on the head and learning how to roll your vowels. But if there's still plenty of room in today's world to learn the proper etiquette.
So what do women in 2013 need to know to project that ladylike demeanour? I paid a visit to one such school in Dublin. The Ladylike School, listening to today's lecture on how to improve posture.
So the first thing you can do is you can pretend there's a string coming from the top of your head, pulling you right up to the ceiling, so you're standing up as tall as you can. Or the other thing you can do is when you take a deep breath, everybody usually goes, and they stand up tall, so if you hold that posture.
It's not quite finishing school in Geneva, but some of the tips offered in this 9-month course are practical.
Initially, when you make eye contact with somebody, it can be easy because you can make a quick glance. But when you have to hold a conversation, particularly about certain topics, or you might not be particularly familiar with the person that you're sitting with, it can be a little bit difficult to hold eye contact. So we have a trick, which is this special triangle on the face, which runs across the eyes, right down to the tip of the nose. So if you imagine with the person that you're looking at, they have that triangle, and you look anywhere in that area, it'll look like you're making eye contact.
Girls are taught how to conduct themselves in interviews, sit elegantly, and of course, dinner table etiquette.
Solids on your left and the liquids on your right. So coffee, champagne, red wine, white wine and water will be on your right, okay? Another tip, always pass salt and pepper as a set, okay? And the very first thing, when you sit down at the table, you start from your napkin. Remember that you use it in half, okay? In half, you fold it in half and put it on your lap. Perfect, okay. If you want to be excused and go to the bathroom, you stand up and place your napkin on a chair in a relaxed manner.
The school was set up last year by Julia Makarova, a former model herself.
Initially, when I was younger, I went to this kind of a school myself, and when I came here, I just decided to replicate it.
What type? It was a finishing school, or what type of school did you go to?
It was exactly the same. It was half etiquette, half finishing, half modelling. So we've done it all. We've done etiquette tips, we've done modelling, catwalk, we've done introduction to psychology, acting, dancing, all of it.
And you're originally from Russia?
So, I am, yeah.
So, and this school was in?
Actually, the school I've done in Latvia, where I used to live for many years as well.
So no surprise then that the majority of girls attending this course are Eastern European, many with an eye on becoming future models.
I've started modelling since I was 4, and modelling is something I love to do, and I guess this school gave me the opportunity to do that.
We want to be more ladylike and more confident. We always keep going back to elegance, don't we? So elegance is all about how you move, really, okay? And if we want to move much more elegantly, it's very simple. You just need to slow things down and be much more deliberate with your movements.
Model Lisa Kavanagh also teaches the finer art of runway modelling, but says you won't find books on heads in this school.
Ladylike school, it's not the real old-fashioned kind of, you have to wear skirts to the knee, you have to come in and over-pronunciate your words, things like that. It's more of a way to kind of build your confidence and get used to speaking in front of people, get used to standing in front of people and presenting yourself well, and I think they're skills you'll take with you throughout your life.
And I'm making sure my posture is perfect
while I'm talking to you, now that I've seen everything today. How did you get involved in this school?
I met Julia over a year ago, and I've been involved from the beginning. So I teach the psychology class, which is basically an introduction, a very light introduction to psychology. So we look at body language, confidence and group dynamics, stress management, a variety of different things, basically to just kind of help the girls along, learn different skills that'll help them throughout life.
Learning how to be a lady costs, though. The 9-month course is €900. Cheaper perhaps to watch Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady.
Can you still get that movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a classic.
It is a classic. Anyway, lots of deportment.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it's Friday, and we're delighted when Friday comes around because the weekend lies ahead of us, and we're all set to enjoy it. We'll get you in an upbeat mood for that weekend with some of the best clips from the internet.
Karen, two of the brilliant Irish dance troupe Prada Jig will be here. But for now, the Midday Girls are up next. We'll see you back here on Monday. Until then, have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.